All right. Wait for YouTube. Should be live. And it's just staring at me. I hate when it does this. All right, we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be out there in TV land, and welcome to another RSG edition of the Jedi Academy. Yes. The stream, the stream where we hang out with you and wonderful and amazing people. And this is a Q&A show. All we do is answer your questions and give you the best answers we can about the game we all love, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You know who I am. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and moderator. I don't know if I'm a moderator. I just skip up questions and throw them around the chat wherever I feel like it on the board and see if we can get an answer somewhere. And joining me, coming off of his big epic stream last night, is the Hoinze.
G'day, mate. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's all well. But yeah, still worn out. It was pretty crazy.
I think we're all worn out. I don't know how many people we'll have for Jedi Academy, but it's going to be minus quite a few people because I'm barely human right now.
I'm still a bit vague myself, but I made a promise I'd be here this morning. Here I am,
brother. If you said I'm going to sleep, I would have been like, right, good luck. I would not have bothered me one bit, my friend.
No, it's fine, mate. I enjoy this anyway. You know, I love it. It's great.
Know, yeah,
and I wouldn't miss it. So
absolutely,
that was
man. We're glad
pretty
to
crazy
have you.
stuff.
All right,
pretty crazy stuff.
If you are new to the stream, the way this works is that we get a bunch of people on the panel, content creators and stuff, and we just answer your questions. Now, how do you get a question answered on the show? Well, that's a good question in itself. All you need to do is put your question into the chat, but make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement. Why? Because that helps me identify your question easier and scoop it up using Nightbot as a filtering tool. And we have to use the filtering word to make it even easier, and that's the way that you can do it. So using the word question is actually the identifier that lets me know that you have a question in the chat. So if you want a question to get answered, it behooves you to kind of make sure you follow that format. You can see there's an example of that already being done in the chat, and so if you want a question, that's the best way. Now, if you don't, most likely I'll miss it. Sometimes I catch them, sometimes I don't, but you run the risk of me not seeing it. So, and if you put a question in the chat and I miss one, just tag me again. A lot of times, too, in the Jedi Academy, people will ask questions that you already had on your mind, so that's okay. If someone is, that's what the whole point is to get the discussion going on all these different topics that you guys might be having in your brains and stuff. And also do me a favor is hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It's very much appreciated. And then do the same thing for Heinze on his channel and on any other content creator that comes on here. It's a good way of saying thank you for being here early in the U.S. on a Saturday morning. What time is it there in Australia?
It's midnight Sunday morning right now. Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad because usually during the our winter, your summer, it's like 1, 2 a.m. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, it starts at like 2 a.m. during my summer, your winter. So no, I like this much more. I can get to this time. I can make this no problem.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's a bit rough. Yeah, it's a bit rough the other time of year.
Yeah. So we're glad to have the Hoinze here. And what we like to do at the beginning of the show is we let the people slowly creep in. It looks like Aldous is sick in bed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Aldous. Oh, usually he joins us on the panel.
You feel better, bro?
Yeah, I hope you feel better. Hope it's not the Rona. Oh, no. Oh, you poor guy. Just drink lots of fluids, and I hope you feel better, Aldous. That's all. That's the most important thing, man. Just get some rest, and we got you covered, brother. All right. What we usually do at the beginning of this stream is I kind of open up to the panel like, what's on your mind in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Haven't had too much news or anything. I said it on all my streams and been saying it for a while that I think next week's going to be Bombshell Week where they're going to drop a bunch of stuff. We already know that whatever's coming for Conquest will get announced. We've already had the tease from the Star Wars show was it Star Wars show? I think so. Yeah, that Fifth Brother's coming to the game.
Yep. Yeah, Fifth Brother's coming.
So we'll get his stuff.
We all thought that.
Yeah, and then Inquisitor. The Grand Inquisitor kit is right around the corner too. We know that he's a legendary event. So, I mean, we got some of that. I think that's all going to be next week. So it's been kind of, for the last couple of weeks, kind of slow. But anything on your radar there, Mr. Hoinze?
No, not really. I think you've covered a lot of it. I mean, we know that the Grand Inquisitor's on the way. We now know the final piece of the puzzle, and I think that we all knew what the final piece of the puzzle was going to be. I think it was pretty obvious we were going to get the fifth brother, honestly. So yeah, pretty excited to see that coming. It'll be good to get them all out there for those that are chasing them, of course. At the moment, we're getting closer to the Kenobi show coming up, of course, as well, which is
Oh my
pretty
God,
exciting,
I'm
brother.
so excited,
Looking forward to
dude.
that. Cannot
God.
wait. Cannot wait.
I'll
So
be, I'll be showing
yeah,
in. I'll be showing in my Discord. I do that for all the Star Wars shows. So if you don't have
yeah,
Disney Plus, then feel free to join our Discord every time,
yeah.
and it'll be Friday for this show. So
Mm.
I usually do the lunch stream, and then I will run it consecutively for 3 or 4 times, so you can go back and watch it. And then after the whole entire series is done, if you never got a chance to watch it, usually on a Sunday, here in the U.S., I will binge the whole thing for you, so you can go back in and just watch it if you haven't seen it. So we will make sure you can get Kenobi action in your life. All right. Anything else? No. If you guys didn't see it last night, it was a crazy GAC. Oh my
Jesus.
God, man! Heinze pulled one of the biggest pulls I've ever seen at the. Oh my God, dude, that was unbelievable! I was screaming.
Yeah.
I don't usually get
Yeah.
that hyped for GAC. That was absolutely intense, dude.
Yeah, it was
God.
It was one out of the box. It was one out of the box.
Oh.
Yeah, one banner win. Last battle, 66 to get it done. We went
Yep.
unders. It was epic.
It was
in
epic.
the most epic way it could be, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty full on. We should also just back to next week.
Yes.
We've got to be finding out what the Conquest character is soon, or the ship, or whatever's coming as well. The release.
I
some
mentioned
point.
that. Yeah, I said that's what's going to be.
Yeah,
It's got to be
we're
because
due to get that
Conquest.
soon.
Yeah, Conquest is coming that May the 2nd. Because there's always that first Monday of the month that it launches, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be next week. So whatever they're throwing out there, we'll get.
It's just gonna go bump, 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 bump. We're gonna get it all.
Yeah,
We're just gonna get it all over our face.
They also mentioned the Inquisitor. They did have that post about the Inquisitors. In the forums, there was a post about the update in the future. For the most part, they do this. I'm used to it. It doesn't really bother me in the sense that there'll be an assault battle with the Inquisitors. Okay, Galactic Challenge. Okay, what a surprise. Okay, there's the legendary event. Well, sure, we knew that. And then I saw Conquest. I'm like, oh, not Conquest again. Don't put new characters in Conquest like that, man. God, I hate when they do that because there's usually a feat associated with it. Someone said, well, what if it was just use Inquisitors to beat like a mini boss? Fine, I'm fine with that, but
Yeah.
if you make it one of those big 15 pointers that really, it just turns me off. It's like, no, man, especially as good as the Conquest characters are.
I mean, I'm not surprised though. I mean,
No.
there's a massive investment in the Inquisitors, like huge.
It is
for
a lot.
what it is, and honestly, we still don't know how good they're going to be long term. I mean, we hope they're going to be Bad Batch level or above. Let's be honest, that's what we're hoping. We just don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a huge undertaking. It's an enormous investment to unlock all of these characters.
Yeah.
Six of them really. It's going to be 6. So it's going to be huge for a non-GL. It's pretty steep.
Well, it's like Starkiller. Yeah.
Good.
It's like Starkiller. You have to get 4. I mean, that was 4, so it's just 1 extra.
Yeah,
I like that it's Relic 5. That's cool with me. Anything above Relic 5 gets really wonky. But I was just looking at that Conquest and I'm like, oh man, come on, please be something small because, just I hate when they do that part. It's like a way of putting pressure on to try to spend and stuff. It's like, but Conquest is a thing to get. I mean, they didn't really do that at all with Starkiller characters or him yet with Conquest. So why are we doing it with the Inquisitors? I don't know. It boggles the mind. It's like, well, you didn't do it for this one. Now you're gonna do it for this one.
Right.
Interesting. All right, so get your questions in. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. It does support the channel. So if you enjoy the content that we're putting out here, like these shows, either the Jedi Academy or the Wednesday night show or the lunch streams, all the stuff that we do for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and stuff, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help support the channel and get your questions in. Again, make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement and get that in there so we can get it scooped up and get your questions read. All right, let me pull up the questions here And let's see if we got any so far, as you have me and the Hoinze here to answer your questions.
Yeah, chuck them in there, guys. Let's go.
All right.
Bring 'em.
Gappy says, question for the panel. What's your thoughts on the new meta-defining Omicron for Farm Boy Luke?
Yeah.
Something happened with that one. When that happened, I was like, it is doing that? What? Okay. I just chalk it up to something went wrong when it got into the live.
Yeah. I mean, it's a territory war one, which, I mean, for a lot of people, the Omicron, I just don't see a lot of people using it. There's so many more valuable Omicrons out there, way ahead of it. I mean, if you're looking at doing Farm Boy Luke, don't do that. Do Wampa. You know, like there are just so many different options that are just so much better on paper and a lot more usable in PvP, mainly GAC, of course. And let's be honest, majority of Omicrons, you know, most of them are being put on GAC-based characters, you know, or buffed characters for that game mode because crystals are just so valuable, man. They really are. It's lifeblood. Yeah, so it makes sense.
I mean, it's where you get your income from, especially like if you're free to play, you know, and especially as hard as they are to get, you're going to put it where you can get the most bang for your buck. Now, there's some people that will have put some TW Omicrons on, but that's because they're in those kind of guilds that are really hyper focused on TW, and so they'll put, you know, the Omicrons, but they're also buying Omicrons, so I mean, they don't really, you know, for the most part, you know, they're buying the extra Omicrons and stuff, so they can play around with it a little bit. But yeah, you're right. GAC is where it's at, so you know. But
at the moment,
But in regards to the Omicron for Luke, don't buy it. And if you're buying it because it's got a boo boo on it, they're going to take the boo boo away. So I would not recommend the Omicron for Toshi Station to buy power converters, Luke.
Unless it does something, unless we find out that it does something non-territory war wise. Honestly, like if there's some way that character with the Omicron on, which it won't because it won't work in territory war, but you know, if it works in some sort of other counter, you might consider it. But in territory war, there are certainly guilds out there that have, you know, requirements on you need Omicrons for this character, and this character. And if you don't have them, make sure you get them, you know, but they're very, very rare. They're very rare at the moment because every guild understands how important GAC is, because that means your roster is going to get better in general, and therefore you can just build from there. Yeah. So you're just not going to find a lot of them saying, I mean, my guild, for instance, does not have any requirements. I mean, we're, you know, one of the top ones up there. There are no requirements on territory or Omicrons in my guild. There just isn't.
Speaking of OP Omicrons, look who joined us, Heinze. It's Calvin. Awesome.
Hello, sir. Are
you there, Calvin?
What a good entry. What a shame.
Silence.
Yeah. Doesn't want to talk to us. That's fine.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, fine then. If you want to be like that, it's fine.
That's fine,
Calvin.
I just realized that I had my headset on. I'm like, why can't they hear me? I'm like, oh, I have another microphone. So Ranger, I commented, you had made a great segue, and then nothing else made sense from there. So how's it going, guys?
Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, man.
Yeah, good morning indeed. I need more coffee from the looks of it.
Me and Heinz are a little bit schnookered from last night.
A good night.
Oh, 2 years. Oh, you missed an epic GAC, Calvin. Came down to the last battle. He needed... Actually, the last couple of battles, because you needed to average 60. It was right under 65 each one. Yeah.
We had to get 2 66s and a 65 to win.
Right? If you'd got nothing but 65, you would have tied. So yeah, it was intense, dude.
Pretty crazy stuff.
But we're just talking about the old Omicron. OPness of Farm Boy Luke. We're saying, just don't buy that. Don't do that. No.
It looks. This is what we say every time. Crappy TW Omicron, but it looks pretty decent for beginner game. Because Farm Boy Luke was one of the characters you get this, and it looked way better than Harris.
Yeah.
So if you like territory wars and you're under 1 million GP, Farm Boy Luke is the guy for you.
Well, there you go. Just. Buyer beware. All right. Next question from Fatality V2 says, questions. Thoughts on the Inquisitor legendary event and actually having legendary requirements. Yeah, that one threw me off a little bit too. It's supposed to be if it's a legendary, but I don't. Was it ever etched in stone that it would always be 5-star character unlock? And
I'm
stuff
sure there was some comment like 5 years ago where they said it was. That's a 5-year-old comment that shouldn't be held as a standard anymore.
right. I mean, I don't know. I don't really. It's requirements are requirements. Just give me the requirements, and then I'll figure it out.
Everything's on the table now, isn't it? Make no
Yeah.
mistake. I mean, you can't sit here and go that we're never going to see this released in this way, shape, or form. They've left themselves open now to do whatever the heck they like.
Yeah.
I don't think we can rely on anything that we've done in the past to be the status quo going forward.
No.
It's just a whole different, regime lately in the last few years. There's been so many changes, right through CG, honestly, that anything's possible.
Yeah, and I think changes for the positive. There's still stuff that is absolutely needs to still be worked on in this game, but in a million years, I mean, up till last year, none of us ever thought we would ever see characters like Starkiller or Mara Jade or Talon. For God's sakes,
People would have bet money against that just because of her appearance.
Yeah, I know, right? And then we're getting the Great Inquisitor. I mean, I've been saying for years we need the Inquisitor faction, right?
That one made sense. The Inquisitor's not gonna lie, they made sense. They fit into the pattern of SWGOH very well.
Yes, a good strong faction that had anti-synergies and stuff like that. I mean, absolutely, and it's perfect timing. Someone's asking me, I don't know if it was on your stream last night or someone's mentioned it I can't remember where it was, that for the, might have been our Mad Chad Clayton, that maybe we'll get the Inquisitor right around the launch of the Kenobi series, which would make sense, right? Because he is a prominent character in that show. So wouldn't surprise me at the end of May that's when the Inquisitor event launches. So we'll see. So,
going back to the requirements there, though, like, what were you gonna do? Like, so I agree with you guys. Everything's on the table. They can kind of do whatever they want. Nothing's really spoken for. But at the same time, like, what were you gonna do with a 5-star Grand Inquisitor? Like, you're not killing R8 Kenobi with Gear 11 Grand Inquisitor. Like, I think it would have been like the requirements are the way that they are because of the way the game is. You weren't going to get anything out of that anyways.
No.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely. I think that, at that level, and this is the thing, we still don't know how good it actually will be and what we're going to use it against in Territory War. We still have no idea yet. There may not be, for the majority of people who are farming this character, especially early on, they're going to be at the top of the tree. There may just be better teams that take out the characters that the Inquisitors are designed to take out more efficiently. We just don't know yet. This is what we're hearing. We don't know whether it's going to be great or not, or whether it'll work or not. We're expecting it is, and it should, because of the investment. Make no mistake, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So let's wait to get the information, and then we can kind of take it apart piece by piece and see how good they're going to be. So I mean.
There'll be plenty of that. There'll be plenty of.
Oh yes, I'm sure if you watch Rogue Actions with Heinz and Cubs, you'll get all that break. See a little.
We won't be alone.
Little pimp in there for you there, Heinz.
We won't be alone.
I'm sure. Yeah, everybody will be all over that.
Yeah.
Gappy question. Next week is going to be a bombshell week, Ranger. Is that going to be something that makes this year the year of the ship?
And this question just cannot die.
It just won't die, man. You can't kill it. You can't. There's no. It just regenerates.
Can't burn it with fire.
Silver doesn't work. I mean, an old priest and a young priest doing an exorcism doesn't work. I mean, I've nothing. It just.
That's funny. I like that. That was funny.
I know. I mean, for me, the year of the ship. I mean, for me, it's like if we get at least 3 to 5 more ships or another whole fleet, which we kind of need, or rounding out one of the other, like more Empire to make an Executrix and a Chimera fleet, something along those lines, or whatever you want to do. But as long as if we get at least 3 to 5 more fighters, then there's no way you can't say that this is not the year of the ship. But until I see that, no. And I'm not going to make that prediction ever again because I did that last year. I thought it was really coming that we were going to get a lot of ships. It's just the way I read it. And I got excited when the Executor and Razor Crest were out. I'm like, oh, hell, here we go, baby. I was right. And then we got nothing else. And it's like, damn it. It's like,
Well, I mean, what we're 4 months in, and we've had some serious ship action happen in the last 4 months, haven't we? There's still so much more of the year to go. So anything is possible, and I mean, we're not going to expect them just to reel them out all at once. There's going to be, you know, them out over time. So there still can and honestly should be, make no mistake, a lot more base ships still to come in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
That just needs to happen.
Yeah.
The sooner the better. But no, we've still got plenty of time. So it could be the year of the ship. Honestly, I know we're joking about it, but there's no reason why not. There's still plenty of time in the year to make that happen. But yeah, they definitely need to punch a lot more out sooner rather than later, for sure. Keep them coming.
Hey, speaking of the Mad Chad himself, Clayton, Mr. Shar, says, "Howdy, Ranger. How's Heinz's ears after last night's knee?"
So bad, man. So bad.
You know, he was the one that's the guy that was doing all the subs last night there, Heinz.
Oh, mate, love you, brother. Mwah. Thank you so much, mate. You're a superstar. That was
A lot of you don't have to worry about that because Heinz knows that I'm not gonna. No, he's this is a safe zone for Heinz.
For those that have no idea what we're talking about right now, you can actually do a sound alert on my stream, and it comes through into my earplugs at like 400%. So it scares the absolute living bejesus out of me, and absolutely freaks me out every time. It gets me without fail. It's not put on; it bloody hurts. It really does. Especially when you do it 32 times or something last night in a row, something like that.
31 times.
Yeah.
I was pretending to be the count from Sesame Street, like one.
It was pretty insane, mate. But yeah, I had a great time. It was by far the best stream I've ever done so far. It was
intense, man.
Tough to say that with the Mace rework one because that was certainly right up there. They were both just mental, you know.
Well, that one was a little tougher for both of us because you had to play it straight, and I was deflecting like a madman, dude, doing whatever I could to get no idea what the hell was going on, right? So I was doing everything under the sun just to be a certain way so that when that moment came, it was just, it was so good to see Ram's reaction. So, yeah, and that was stuff because we knew about it for a while. You know, that it was coming.
You knew for a week.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
And it's always a good day when you can make Ram cry like a little baby. I mean, it's just a great day, isn't it?
Oh, my God. That was so great. It goes down as the best days in SWGOH, man.
Yeah.
All right. The engineer question for the Hoinsey.
Sorry, Calvin. Sorry, mate.
No, Calvin's got his own questions. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, good. How about Heinzie?
Yeah.
All you.
Oh, you know, my name is Heinzie. All right. Question for Heinzie from the engineer. Choo-choo. It says, was watching the Twitch stream from last night. Congrats on 2 years streaming. Is there anything you regret doing on the stream in the 2 years? No, man.
Thank you, engineer. Really, really simple answer to that one. Not one thing do I regret. Every time that camera's on, it is a lot of fun. I never know what's going to happen. There's no running sheet, and I think that's what makes it even more special. So there is not one thing I'll regret.
Yeah.
Over the whole time. It's pretty crazy.
Well, the great thing about that stream is that it's just a chance to act, you know, ridiculous and have fun, you know, and that's what we try to do is be goofy and ridiculous and drink and be merry and just have fun and, you know, and just, you know, let your hair down and go bananas.
Yeah. What a lot of people don't realize is that, you know, we muck around on a Friday night, and for us and a lot of people, it's a bit of a pressure valve release.
Yes.
I mean, that's the way I always think it is, because like during the week, we, you know, myself especially, take this game so super seriously.
Oh, yeah.
People don't kind of realize that. And Ranger, you're the same, and Kate's the same now as well. You know, and Calvin, of course, when GAC's on. You know, we really put a lot of time and a lot of, you know, resources and we really, really put a lot of hard work in during the week for our guilds and stuff like that to really give ourselves the best chance performance-wise, and people don't see that side of it. So when it comes to a Friday night, we've all had enough. Like, we've been going hardcore. It might be a whole territory war weekend and chuck in Conquest or something in there as well during the week, and everyone's just a bit worn out. So it's like, you know what? Let's just put the pressure valve out. Let's just release it. Let's just be dumb, do stupid stuff. Everyone just chill out into a weekend. That's what we always designed it around from get-go, and hopefully that continues. That's what we do.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely, man. Speaking of savageness, Kate was savage last night. Holy moly.
She was so good.
Savage. Oh. How are you this morning, Miss Kate?
I'm good. I got my breakfast.
What's for breakfast?
A bagel.
A bagel. Okay.
And cream cheese.
And cream cheese,
and a glass of wine.
No, she's drinking.
That's still here. That is actually still here.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
No, it is a cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Gotta have the cup of tea. Cup of Earl Grey.
Nope, not today. Irish breakfast.
Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see here. Yaren Landsberg, I'm going to say, and if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Yaren says, question, can C counter Jinnite Revan Lee with Jedi Knight Luke? Can C counter Jinnite Revan with Jedi Knight Luke?
Solo or
C? Yeah,
C can counter GMK if you have the right.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
yeah,
you should be fine.
Yeah, you should totally fine. Just go in there with a bunch of, I mean, Jinnite Revan. They cannot target even with Jinnite Luke. Sure, okay, Luke gets his stun off, but I mean, once one of those characters die, then they all get reset on C's team, and even if they can't mark C. So you just link, and that team's going to get some speed on it. It's going to put. Plus, they're Jedi. They're going to put him in his ultimate pretty quickly. Now, if you're talking solo,
I mean, make sure that it's stacked up with a lot of health with your modding. I mean, it just needs to be really, really tanky and really beefy as well. And if you're worried about it, then chuck in Tambor if you've got him as well.
Yeah,
and just
put the tank
shield tech on, and that just makes him even more nasty. So you should be okay, honestly. But just make sure your modding's at really, really, really high health level.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing about C is that you gotta have, we all do. Well, I know I do. I'm pretty sure. I know Kate, you don't do as much, but we do look at people's rosters frequently. And one of the big mistakes people make with C is not putting enough health on him. It's all about the health. If you can get all the delicious speed and offense and all that other stuff, jazz on him, great with those mods, but focus on health.
Once you get Poby's approval, your C is
you don't want to get scarred by Poby. She does not like a weak Sith Eternal. Yeah, so... Yeah.
I have not gotten the Poby seal of approval yet. I need to get on that.
Well, is your C near 200,000 health?
I haven't either.
I haven't asked for it. But yeah, at R7, I'm at 192K.
That gets the pro. I can just tell you, she's the hand of the Emperor J Ranger J 1999, and that gets the Poby mark of approval. So yeah.
Yeah, I think mine's at Relic 9 at the moment. I've got it about 210K health, and I know that there's certainly you could squeeze a lot more out of that. That's still not the nastiest one, but anything over 200 at the high relic levels is fun.
All right. What was it? Sorry, I'm trying to get the questions.
Oh, good, brother.
The engineer choose this question for Calvin. See, told you.
Take that, Heinz.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Would you put that in your pipe and smoke it?
I love it, Heinz. Sorry. All right. What's the question?
Question for Calvin. I watched your video about Omicron teams. You were right about Qui-Gon Jinn team. I see that team a lot with Ezra. Why don't you make more videos like that? I like the team comp.
Well, first off, thank you. As far as like videos like that, like just like normal, I'm trying to understand that part of the question. Just like about team comps, like 5 best teams for that, or like 10 best teams for attack stuff.
Yeah, it seems
is that what he's getting at?
Yeah, where you break. This seems like
I don't make many videos like that.
Right. I think it's the once more quantity of those kind of videos, Calvin.
I need to be. I have been working on those and trying to get more out as possible. But thanks
It's
for the
hard.
feedback.
It's hard to do though. I mean, I stopped doing videos mainly because there's a ton of people that do it. Two, I stream a hell of a lot more. And then there's a lot that goes into making a video. You gotta, edit it, cut it. It's a lot.
And it's not a lot of like the big difference between videos and stream is there's not a lot of what was the word I'm looking for? Not benefit. Enjoyment, I guess. Like a stream, you enjoy it from start to beginning, and then it's over, and your work's done. But with a video, there are parts that you enjoy for sure, like getting the information out, the feedback, and stuff like that. But there's a lot of it that is just really tedious.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun.
Yeah, the cutting process on that is difficult. Plus,
I feel
creating.
like it's also unique videos is also a big thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos out there.
Yeah. So you just got to have the certain mindset that you enjoy doing that, because I know people that enjoy making videos. It's the process of creation that they enjoy. So everyone's their own shtick, but you got some fans out there, Calvin. Maybe put some more videos out when you get the opportunity. So there you go. Next question from What Else 73. Question for Heinze. Excellent shindig last night. Are you glad everyone's focused on Ranger's year of the ship now and not so much on preloading?
And we're back.
And we're back.
Status quo
And
is
insane.
normal again. Thank you again for the kind words, mate. Appreciate it. But look, it's I think that we'll get more ships. I think we'll get more ships. Make no mistake. I think there's more coming. I think that they've proven that hey, we're gonna focus on them a bit. They need to focus on them a lot. But I'll take whatever we can get right now with the 3 ship slots up in Kyber. It's gross. You don't have a lot of wriggle room. So bring it. Bring it.
Let's see here. Darth Trucker says, question for Calvin Awesome. What sets and primaries do you use for Wampa?
Ooh, okay. I love this question.
Yeah.
So Wampa, we have him. He has defense and tenacity sets. He has 1 tenacity set and 2 defense sets. And then I have a tenacity cross on him. And then the other 3 primaries that can be modified are all health. So health arrow, health triangle, and health circle. And the idea there is just to have enough tenacity to deal with the majority of these potency items. There's 130% in 1 set in the cross. And then because of the 75% defense with the Omicron, the defense sets go a very long way. Like unless you're battling a team that has true damage, it's significantly better than health than the health sets. And then you do really need the health primaries. The gain on those as a primary is huge. So yeah, tenacity, 1, 2 defense sets, 3 health primaries along with the tenacity.
Yeah, I've got for me, I went. I just did 1 defense set and 4 tenacity, but the primaries and stuff.
Oh, okay. That's doing it.
Yeah, because I'm just like, okay, I got him at 150%, around 150% tenacity, but
Good.
secondaries like the arrow. It's a tenacity one with the primary health, and then it's got offense percentage, defense percentage, tenacity percentage. Those are the kind of the stats I was looking for, and for the majority of the mods I have, that's what I'm doing with. Like the same thing with the square: tenacity, protection, defense. Health. More health. Whatever health, and you just got to make him a beefy boy. You got to just get through that first lick, and
He's got to survive.
Got to survive, and if he does,
he will kill whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
I don't have a lick of offense or crit damage in my Wampa, and we killed a R8 fully protection modded stormtrooper in under a minute on an item team.
yeah,
Like he just died. He will, if you can get him to survive, he will get there on the damage.
yeah. You just put on auto. He's going to keep roaring for about a minute or 2, and then oh my god. Problem I was running into last night is just the way it was working. The cycle was I kept killing stormtrooper, and before I could finish him off, I didn't give the damn buff. And then he'd have to go through it again. Then I'd kill Ida, and then it resets. Like, god damn it! Stop it! Stop doing it! All right. Let's see here. Well, I thought we did this one. Well, Yarn asked again, is C can counter Jinnite Revan lead with Jinnite lead? We answer that one. Okay. Yuta question, since Kate is here, what time do you say you were doing the VR gaming in the Discord? I missed the time.
No, never. Never. I don't know why people want those.
Because your reactions. What do you think, Kate? They're sick.
No, never. I was thinking in JC off week, I might do a Phasma stream or something. Just one. We haven't done one in like months.
No. Well, you can do that, but they just want to see you have the virtual goggles on and lose your mind and scream.
I don't need the goggles to get scared.
I guess they really want to make it intense for you, Jesus. Oh God.
No, I don't want to feel like I'm right in the middle of the house. No, thank you.
Snakes1594 says, question for the panel: worst GAC loss for you? What's the worst loss? I kind of just shake them off. I don't really go back and. Damn.
I'm being honest. I do my GAC, move on, forget it. Don't really dwell on it.
Yeah.
I had a really bad one. I think it was one of my worst ever. I think it was. Let me look up the GAC history. I think it was last week.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, it wasn't last week. It was probably the week before. Yeah, it was the week before. So I don't know if this is the worst one ever, but it was up against a guy named Anonymous Jedi. And what happened? Oh, yeah, this was really dumb. I tried to get away. His JMK wasn't the best, and it had mace instead of GK, and he was only R6, and the cat wasn't fat at all. So I tried to take in my budget JML team, which it's R9 JML, but then I had JMY, Shock, Cam, and Jolie. So no Jinnite Revan, Jinnite Luke. So I wanted to use that for SLKR, and it tanked, and that was the end of it. Like I got through some other really good teams, but I couldn't get that down. It was on the front wall, and then we crapped the bed on ships on top of that. And this is the first GC ever throughout all the time for me that I've only gotten one wall. Like it was really bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
that's the most recent one I can think of.
Yeah. I can't pinpoint one bad one. I can pinpoint 3 bad ones.
Yeah.
So when we had the new changeover to the new system a little while ago, I got into the top 50 pretty quick, and basically it was hell week. Come up against stuff that I just was not ready for at the time, and went zipping 3 and went from 50 to I think something like back then it was maybe about 400. Because it was only new, there was just a huge drop off at that point early on. I didn't feel great. It was a pretty rough week. So yeah, I've had a
We've
crap
all had
week
that week. Yeah, we climbed too high.
Yeah, that certainly hurt.
Yeah, I had my 0-3 where it's like, okay, just carefully, Chris.
You just got to knuckle down and bounce back. I mean, that's all you can do. You just had to work through it, and obviously we're going okay.
I don't remember a specific one where I was just like, oh my God. There's been times I've lost. It just happens. RNG gets you. I think the one that really, I still remember is the one I lost because not due to anything else, not even RNG for ships. I had one of those, which really blew my mind, where I could have won. But because I could not get past that ship because I went in there with a counter, and TIE fighter pilot decided to dodge 8 times in a row. But that's just, part of the game. The worst couple that I had was the ones where the game crashed.
Oh, I hate that.
And
those feel the worst.
Those are the worst because I'm sitting there
those feel the worst.
Like it's not, and it's nothing to do with the mechanics of the game or thing. It's just that the game crashed. And I'm in ships, and the game crashed, and it gave me PTSD. Where every time I went into the ships, I would restart the damn app just to make sure that we wouldn't have any crashes or anything for each battle, which was kind of silly. But yeah, those were the worst because I got this win. I've had 3 or 4 losses where that happened. The reason I lost was not because of my plane or RNG or anything like that. It was just the game crashed in the middle of the fight, or crashed right as I went in. It's like, oh, for God's sakes, so yeah, Those are pretty awful. Let me see.
I do remember one, like I was going against ships, and the whole GAC came down to this ship battle, and I was using Malevolence. I don't remember what I was going against. I could have won if my Vulture droids assisted. None of them assisted it. I had like 4 out there.
Oh
God.
And I was down to like my last ship. I was like, either I just need 1 Vulture droid to assist and it's done. I win. None of them assisted. And I lost.
Yeah. Ships are brutal. They're gross. They are so gross right now. They really are. We were getting Dodge City as well last night. It was just rank. Anyway.
But you still got it. I mean, you still got good enough RNG that you were able to one-shot all of them. So
it was just gross. It was just gross.
I know, there was a couple of dodges. I was like, oh, come on. It was the first order fleet. I was like, oh, come on.
We've all been there. We've all been there when you try and drop a hit and it just full dodge and you just go, God damn it. Like, we've all been there. We've all been there.
Clayton, question for Ranger. Did you keep or throw out the shoe from last night? No, man, I'm going to keep that, man. It's an expensive shoe, man. Hell, I'll wear it. You know what I mean? That's not going to stop me. Yeah.
He's a star.
Yeah. Probably sanitize the damn thing with all that with alcohol in there. Yeah. You don't throw out good stuff just because I'm crazy. Psycho Drunk question. Statement of fact, Ranger called out at least 30 Richards in a row as 31. They were close to 35 or 36. Well, I don't know. I was drunk. I was just keeping track of the ones I started keeping track of. So if there's probably more of
it was a lot.
The Richards last night.
That hurt.
Yeah,
it was a lot. That's all that matters. It hurt.
Well, it started because we started getting. I mean, they started coming in, and then I was just like, keep them coming, chat. And then it just got ridiculous. It just got so ridiculous.
Oh my ears. They were ringing afterwards.
I was just waiting to see if Heinz was going to have an aneurysm.
Oh man, it scared the crap out of me. It's like,
I know.
I'm gonna get like a heart rate monitor. I'm gonna get that soon and hook it up to the stream, so that you guys know that shit's legit. Because like people think I put that shit on. No. So yeah, wait for it. Coming soon.
Oh God. All right. Ray Rock question. What kind of bagels that you're eating world famous Cake Gaming? Blueberry, cinnamon, raisin, onion, and Clive? What do you got there?
Today is just a plain, but usually I have blueberry. Blueberry is my favorite.
Blueberry's Kate's favorite. You heard it here first.
Ooh, or chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip, really? I don't usually. I like onion.
I don't know if I've ever had a chocolate chip bagel.
Yeah.
When I was in college, we had this like bagel shop near us, and they did like all these different kinds of bagels, and then they had the different kind of cream cheese. So I would either get a blueberry and plain cream cheese, a plain bagel with either blueberry cream cheese or chocolate chip cream cheese, or a chocolate chip with plain cream cheese. Like those were my options. It was like, what am I feeling today?
Okay.
What's a bagel? I'm kidding. I know what a bagel is. It's a joke.
We know. Heinzie knows food. He's eaten it before.
What's a joke?
Heinzie knows jokes. He's done jokes before.
I'm a joke. Make no mistake.
What else? 3 questions. Should we expect any more ships for Inquisitors to come out? Great question.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, why? Why would you not? There's so many ships, man, they could bring in. God, we've had this question before.
There's the one in the trailer. Sorry, Calvin. The one in the trailer looks pretty neat at some point, I think. So
trailer for
Kenobi.
Yeah, they got the.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. There's another one of Rebels that the 5th and the 7th brother use.
Yeah.
It's like the prototype for the TIE Advanced. It has kind of like a circular view on it. That's the one that they use. I mean, if they really want it doesn't make any sense. But if they really wanted to get creative, they could also throw in the TIE Defender as one of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many ships that they could do. And the Inquisitors all had their own ships, so why not? So, there you go.
Yeah.
Snitchy Bitches says, question, is Dash with the Rolo Squad the optimal way to go, or can you come up with a good assorted scoundrel team to come up with him? I haven't touched the solo movie tunes much outside of L3.
Did they say Rolo?
Yellow.
Oh, okay. I was about to be really confused.
I thought you said Rolo too. I was
That's
like,
okay.
I need to see this question.
Yeah, yellow squad. So is Dash with the yellow squad the optimal way to go, or can you come up with a good assorted scoundrel team comp to go with them?
What is YOLO Squad?
So YOLO, it's Dash, Kira, L3, Vandor, and YOLO.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
the comp that I've seen stop Wampa the most, because YOLO can almost meet Wampa for stacking damage, and
Yeah.
and he can take him out before Wampa takes you out, especially if you have the Omicron to keep coming back.
Right.
But you can make a functional scoundrel Dash squad. I'm not saying it's going to be as good as that, but it's as long as Dash is really fast and he can get the irresistible days out on everyone immediately, it's still going to be decent.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm using right now Dash with IG and Quill, Vandor, and L3, and that team gets me holds. It really does.
I've seen some comps with Nest as well, and actually one that works really well is Veteran Han as well with Stagger and everything too. That's a good comp too. So there's a couple of different ones. Any scoundrels around those sorts of ranges are pretty good.
Yeah, as long as you've got Vandor in there, the other three you can kind of mix and match, and
Right.
they're
You need
all
Vandor.
gonna. Yeah, you got to have Vandor,
Yeah.
but if you can mix and match but just you can go Nest with a couple, or you can go full prepared, or you can go. There's a lot of things you can do. I've had. Hell, I even put Bam on that team one time. It actually did quite well, So, because Dash he's just a really good character. So even if you don't have the Han Solo character, the solo movie characters, you can still do a really good scoundrel team. Ness, Vandor with Dash, and you can pick two. You can put the vets in there, and they would do really well.
Literally just need Vandor because he adds speed to scoundrels. So as long as you have Vandor and like 3 other scoundrels, you're fine.
Yeah. So you can absolutely do that. All right. Durgan, question. Kate, did you finally reveal your true dark side last night?
It was on fire.
Was...
We need to see more Drunk Kate.
You don't need to listen to anything Drunk Kate says either.
We definitely need more. We need more Drunk Kate.
We're gonna bad.
We're gonna have you back.
That was the first time I've had like 2 bottles of wine in a really long time.
You went through 2 bottles?
Yeah. She was.
That's a lot, man.
All right, I started before this stream.
Not judging you, just saying.
Oh no! I know you can judge. I don't care. I came onto this stream like with my last glass of wine from the first bottle, and then I drank a whole nother bottle. So no, I started before. It wasn't like 2 bottles within that time period. Like we were having a bonfire with the neighbors like right before. So nice. I started way before that.
But did you have fun?
Oh yeah, it was tons of fun.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So Durgan Gurgan, you missed Kate's dark side force powers last night. What else? Any 3 questions? Is there a Dash team build that will counter their Triumphant team? Oh yes. I actually fought a Dash team. I had to use Sith Triumphant and I didn't beat it. Because that team, man, oh man, Dash can for Sith Triumphant. Oh yeah, I mean if you get going and you get better than the AI does, you can just target specific characters and just beat their ass down. I mean it hits hard. I don't think people realize about the Dash team.
If you can manually, of course, go after Nihilus. I mean, if you knock Nihilus out,
it's over.
You're pretty well set. It's as simple as that. So yeah, if you get them all nice and fast. Any of the real solid Dash comps. I've seen, of course, Dash, Hun, and Chewie have been used a lot to wipe them as well. That's been done. I know it's pretty OP, but it's there. And yeah, manually just rips them a new one. So there's quite a few options that can do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. They're all going to work really well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any.
The biggest thing that I've seen with that matchup is. So there's some matchups where relics don't really matter that much. That one does.
Yes.
Because if they have enough relics, if they have enough raw offense, they can kill you before you move. And if they don't, like Dash can kill Trey before they move. And if they don't have enough offense, then Trey survives that initial run, that initial barrage, then Trey wins. So
yeah, because
I'm not sure if it's so much comp or if it's just raw stats.
Yeah, usually relic. Both teams were relic last night, so my relic versus their relic. But they get that speed. They go first. They're just nasty.
This is getting out of
Or
hand.
it wasn't last night.
Now,
It was
the
a couple.
approval.
It was a couple fights back, and I was just like, "Ouch!" just to beat my ass down. Oh my god. So yeah, I've faced that one before. It does. It just doesn't matter if you can survive the initial barrage, then you can beat it. But if you can't, Jesus, that team is just. Oof, it packs a wall up. I remember what was I watching? Arnold a while back. He went in there against the Dash team with the Bad Batch, and I mean that thing. He got lucky that he had a couple Bad Batch left. But he did survive the initial barrage and was able to kill the team with Omega, right? So it's all about what you have left after the initial pain train that comes rolling over you, because that team is so fast. It gets turn meter and all that stuff. So yeah, it's an ugly team. You know, if you can get ahead of it. If you can get ahead of it, most teams can take, like, if Bad Batch goes before Dash, then Dash is going to get stomped, right? It's one of those teams like Imperial Troopers. If you go ahead of it, you got it. If it goes ahead of you, then you got to pray for the RNG Jesus that you don't get raffle stomped. So, it's such a nasty team. Exciter, question. What speed should I be aiming for with Starkiller?
I can help with that if you like.
Yeah, go for it, Heinz.
So mine's sitting at 295 speed at the moment. The Omicron's really important the second you need, because that gives an extra 75 speed in Grand Arena in GAC if you have the combination of characters that you need to fulfill what they need. So, for instance, I run EP, Mara Jade, and then of course run Vesus, Starkiller, and then a Jedi tank of some sort. So whether that's Mace or whether that's GK or any of those characters, but you get. You know, it's going at around 370 speed, sitting at, just under 300 with all the bonuses. So you don't need it super, super quick, but you need it super healthy as well for survivability, especially if it's on defense.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at where I've got mine. I wasn't focused on speed, but you really don't need to. I mean, the character you want was anyway. It's the speed you want for that team is Mara Jade, yeah. Because mine with the buffs, she's at like 430 something speed. And so Starkiller, I've got him totally decked out with offense. He's at 11,000 offense right now. Because that call and assist, man, I've done it where I didn't even get to ultimate. With that call and assist with Mara Jade and Palpatine, he just starts wailing on the characters. So I didn't really focus too much on speed, but mine's at 265, and I haven't finished his mods to 6A yet. So I could probably get him around 280, 290 if I wanted to. But you add 75 speed to that. I mean, still, that's what makes him such a badass. Heinz is absolutely right. There's as much conflict as you is the one Omicron you must have for Starkiller.
You have to put that on.
The other two are nice. Don't get me wrong. They're cool and they're cherries on top. But you can get away with not having those two.
But they're just nice to have.
Yeah, they're nice to have. But much conflict in you is a world of difference.
Must have it. Yeah. Don't even bother using it if you haven't got it on. It's like that. It really just such a big boost with that Omicron on.
It's
straight up.
It's silly what that thing does. It just makes Visa's ridiculous in that team. It makes whatever tank you have in there ridiculous. Whether it's Old Ben, GK, Mace, it doesn't matter what Jedi you have in there. Even Barriss on that team becomes really ridiculous. So if you're going to do a Starkiller team, make him hit hard because he's going to be called an assist a lot, and he's
all
going
the time.
You want him to just swat somebody in the head. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Get to the next questions. Now, remember, guys, if you have questions that you want to pose to us, get those questions into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement. That's how I scoop up questions using Nightbot as a filtering tool. Jesus Christ, Helenex, I just went over their chat, and he just cried. Well, it's Helly time. God, dog, man. God in heaven. Jesus.
Love the Greek.
There we go. Oh, God. All right. Everyone prepare yourselves for emotional ramage. Hellenix, question for Ranger. I've amassed over 2 billion credits. Just saying that just makes me vomit. It says, while I think my mods are aight, people have said I don't mod good. And I know that you know your stuff. Can you explain Swevens, please? I'm gonna kill you. Oh, you had to bring up Swevens. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh boy, Ellie. Oh, you better run. I'm gonna give you a head start. Run. I'm gonna get you. I'm coming for you, buddy. All right. Hello. Next question for the Aussie Adonis. God. Considering the curvature of the Earth, Australia's location on the upside down of the upside down side of the planet, and the ever-present threat of dingoes, how does one avoid preloading?
Simple questions. A very scientific question, so I'll give a very scientific answer. Well harder, bro.
There you go. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yes. Dr. Heinze has given us his scientific answer. We can put that in the paper. All right.
Simple. Just win.
Simple. Be better.
Don't suck.
Yeah, be good. Yeah, don't suck. Be gooder.
Hashtag stop being problem solved. It's all good.
Whatever you're doing, do the opposite.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
Everyone's doing straight up.
God. Hella, next question for the world famous one. Many have tried to gain worldwide acclaim and notoriety by dipping their toes into the waters of SWGOH celebrity. How do you accomplish this so effortlessly?
Donk.
Did you say gonk?
What?
That's for you,
Gonk.
Kate.
No.
She's like, no, not answering this. No, you go away. World famous Kate has spoken. It continues. Hellenix says, question for the most awesome one. Rumor has it that other famous people named Calvin are concerned about how great you play SWGOH. Any truth that Calvin Klein soiled his drawers when facing you in GAC?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the rumors are 100% true. As crazy as they do sound, and Calvin the cartoon also, like, he gave me a run for my money a while ago, but we're going well.
God. All right. Oh wow, there's actually a serious question here, folks. Hold on to your potatoes. How next is question for the panel. I'm a couple days away from relicking the last of C's prerequisites. Once that's done, how long does it take to fully unlock the Marinette Sith with his ultimate? Depends if you're using crystal refreshes for the mats. It can be 10 days to 20 days, depending on like how much you're invested. It's a lot of tickets. I mean, was it 70 a pop for all 12? So I mean, if you do the math, I think it was like 880 tickets or something, some ridiculous number like that. Or some
a lot of refreshes, or just a lot of just general, farming. It'll give it 2-week window. If you get it before then, jackpot, but aim for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I mean, the thing too, and farm Chirotex. Whenever I've done a GL, I've always done the Chirotex because I'm trying to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. And I usually have pretty good pulls with the Chirotex with the tickets. Not so much for the Chirotex, but I mean, I am getting Chirotex at the same time that I'm getting the tickets, and that does help quite a lot. You can only do the one side, so you get the keypads. But yeah, I mean, this is a simple trick of the trade. Anytime I've done a GL, and if you go from light side to dark side to dark side GL, you'll focus on the other Chirotex. So it just helps. You get tickets, you get Chirotex. I've seen some people do like the 1C 1D, get all the salvage while they're doing it as well. That's not a bad way to go about doing it as well. So you get tickets and you get all that salvage you need for for all the pieces for your relics. So those are a couple tricks of the trade.
When it comes to a good pull, I'll never argue with Ranger.
That's right. Exactly. I'm all about it.
When it comes to a good pull.
I'm all about that base. No trouble. What else? Any 3 question. Top 3 characters that need a boost, buff, rework, upgrade, etc. I'll throw one team out there just overall. The Tuskens. We need to get those new Tusken. Yeah, the whole team just needs a whole rework buff. I mean, they need characters. That's a faction that just with just 3 characters, they're all garbage. No one uses them for anything unless they have to.
Well, they're a meme team. They're not even like Phoenix bad. They've never been usable.
No, even Shaman. I mean, it just doesn't do anything. I'm hoping that the Tuskens from the Obi-Wan series or Book of Boba that we get those. And
they have what they need to make it happen, Ranger, don't they? They have what they need to do it.
It's there. Yeah. Because I don't know, people became actually fans of the Tuskens because of the Book of Boba, the way they were portrayed.
They had some good ones.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that. I'm throwing my hat in the ring. Anybody else with the character or characters that need a boost, buff, rework, upgrade, etc.?
Cad Bane. I think I'm still in this from Gridden, but he mentioned it a while back. Like, who needs the next Mace Vader treatment? And I think Cad Bane is currently probably the character we have in game right now. Just discarding the entire Jedi Council, whose power level does not reflect his power level in game. Like, he's outside of his ship, he's arguably useless, and within lore, he was consistently going toe to toe with Jedi.
Yeah. Well, now here's a question I have on that. Do you think we'll get the new version of Cad Bane, or do you think they'll rework the old one?
I don't think there's enough. I mean, they can do what they want, but I don't think there's enough variance between the new Cad Bane and the old one. But that being said, we have 2 Anakins that are from the exact same time period.
Right.
So they can, if they really want to do that, they can. I don't even think they will. I just want them to.
All right.
I don't like all the same characters like being like multiples, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I don't like when they do that.
I'd like to see some love to some of the other Galactic Republic Jedi, the ones less used, like Jedi Knight Guardian and stuff like that. I'd like to see them be a lot more useful. I'm gonna die. Some sort of
Fisto.
Some way to get some synergy with them that's a lot more usable. Because I mean, that's a team that all of us have. It'd be cool to use them, I think.
Yeah, Lemmy, Heathcoff, all those guys. I mean, these guys are on the Jedi Council for
Luminara.
Yeah.
The Jedi Council sucks.
Yeah, I also want to see IPD actually blow stuff up again. I don't know about everyone else.
I'd be game for that.
Yeah, just up his damage that he does on the big hit,
Yeah, they just need to adjust the numbers to make him actually blow up again. I mean, it was really fun, back in the day when you'd pull the trigger and people would just disappear. So yeah, I would like to see. I'd like to see Probe Droid get some love again at some point. I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
Savage Press is another character that it just absolutely needs a total rework.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, the concept, I mean, I get what they were going for, but the kit's so outdated and it just doesn't, I mean...
At the time, he was good.
Yeah.
You would also think they would make him work with Maul better.
Yeah, and it just doesn't,
No, not at all.
So...
Not with the new Maul, no. He has some synergy with the old Maul, like it can be really annoying, but...
But Robo-Legs Maul was the one that he was with.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. I would think they would have like synergy, but they don't.
Yeah. So, yeah. The engineer question. I want to put Omicrons on for TW for my guild. What is the best one to do? Mara Jade or Dad Bod Boba Fett? Ooh, I'm going to say Mara Jade.
Personally, Mara Jade, yeah. She's usable at like lower levels too. Like I had her for the longest time at gear, I don't even say gear 11, and she was still getting holy.
Just flashed by and it's ended.
What the hell is that?
No idea.
Somebody watching racing?
Oh, it popped up in the background. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Popped up. Sorry about that.
Oh,
My bad.
right. Yeah, I just thought it's like, are
Sorry
we having a phasmophobia moment here?
Popped up. Sorry about that. My bad.
Kate about to go haint hunting.
Take me anyway. Sorry about that.
So it's way more work, but if you can do the work, if you can do the modding, if you can do the gearing, I think Dad Bod Boba was better. Mara is really nice. It's very similar to Qui-Gon Jinn. You throw it on and your work is done. the team is already the gate ready to go way more than it did before. Whereas Dad Bod was much more intensive, but he'll kill GLs and Mara won't. So it kind of depends on what you're going for. If you're wanting kind of a lazy solution that'll get you really far, Mara's great. But if you want to put in the work, I think Dad Bod was a little better.
It's a lot of work, but
it's a lot of work.
But what I like about Mara is just that protection removal off the leader right off the bat, like Gas and other teams like you'll see in GAC. It's just ridiculous. Oh, so good. And that turn meter gets her instantly doing just nonsense. But yeah, I mean, Dad Bod Boba Fett, you can't beat his potential to take out GLs. But my God, that's a lot of Omicrons and gear and stuff on him.
It just comes down to how many Omicrons you've got. That's the answer, isn't it? If you got 3, do Boba. If you got 1, do Mara.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way you'd do it.
Yeah, but I mean, even there's a lot of TW Omicrons that are really nice. I really like Phasma's Omicron. It's a really makes that team a pain in the ass to deal with. But we talked about this earlier. How do you balance, what you want to do for TW? Because there's a lot. They're all good, right? Mara's really good. Dadbot's really good. Phasma. We go down the line. But how do you not do GAC?
I kind of think that's the end, though. Like, I think Maces is good after that, and that's it for TW. Like, the rest are bad, aren't they?
They've got their uses, right? But you don't really see them being used. Like, you're not going to see, like, what is it? Who else has
like, if I had Sidious's, I wouldn't use it. Like,
yeah,
it's
where you
that
put,
bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like, if it was free, if that was on the ability, like, right now, I still wouldn't use it.
Yeah. But, I mean, you still have to balance, like, like, if you're going to do Phasma or Mara Jade or Dad Bod, you're not putting them in GAC. And if you don't have the other ones for GAC, then you're kind of putting yourself behind the 8 ball doing GAC because they're so, like, the one for, like, Wampa, I mean, that's a game changer. That is a game-changing, Omicron for crystals. And when we're talking about crystals, that's that's how you get, with the additional crystals, especially if you win, the ability to get more gear and more character shards and more everything, especially if you're free to play. So it's a tough balance. I mean, I salute everybody that tries to deal with that, but Jesus, it's hard to say, do a TW one when there's so many good GAC ones that will help your roster, and something you do constantly. You're constantly
12 times a month,
at least, right? What, 4 TWs a month?
Yes.
So for I mean.
and how many of those TWs? I guess you could use the same argument for GAC, but how many of those TWs are on the win loss? Not the win loss, but are already predetermined. Like we all know, like if you win too much, you eventually just get one that you're not going to, and the opposite as well. If you keep losing, you're going to get there's just one you're going to win no matter what.
Right.
So
right. But
it's arguably less than 4.
Yeah. So I mean. What do men do against such reckless hate? All right. Again, guys, no, Heinze is not watching. Is he watching Formula One? I don't know.
No, I just got a link in the background. It just popped up behind my... I've got the link up for the stream, and someone sent me a link for it, and it popped up in the background.
That's okay. Yeah.
My bad.
All right. If you guys have questions, put those into the chat. Remember, if you want a question answered by the panel, make sure you put your question in the chat, but make sure you follow the format, and that's by putting the word question in front of your actual question statement. And that's how I identify questions and scoop them up with Nightbot. So, and if sometimes YouTube craps the bed and it will not show your question, just put it back in and say, hey, you missed this, or and it's fine. You're not going to offend me or anything. It's just the way technology works. I've had people say, did you see my message? What message? And I'm like, I do not see a message from you. And they're like, that's weird. I know I put it in there. And even the rest of the chat's like, yeah, we don't see it either. So it does happen with YouTube chat sometimes. So if you do have a question and you put it in there and for some reason it didn't get scooped up or it didn't get picked up, just reword it, put it back in there and tag me, and we'll get it answered for you. All right, I'm looking right now. I don't see any other questions at the moment. I
have a question.
Yes, go for it, Calvin.
So this was briefly mentioned beforehand. Heinze made the good point of so I don't have Starkiller, but he said the Starkiller's unique is a no-brainer. Like, don't even bother, don't have it. 100% agree with that. But could you guys give me like more of a detailed analysis on the other two, like the ones that are in the specials? Like you said, they're nice but not necessary. So where Where does that line fall, and why does it fall there?
The reason is they do nice things like the force repulse and the boundless force throw are the other two, right?
Yeah.
So the removing the one is you just dispel all buffs on the enemy. It's nice, but it's not really going to affect the outcome, right? Because it's really how fast.
Like, what fight is that useful in?
It's useful in any fight, right? You remove all their any like for a Jedi team that's going in there.
I used it last night, for instance. We took out a Ray with Malik last night, and obviously Dispel just kills off the taunt. That was really handy for that, so you can get back to taking out who you need to take out. So it's certainly quite helpful in that case. The other one I think is Force Throw, if I'm right. That's the other one.
Yeah, and it only kicks in once you get into Unleashed, and that's in Green Area. So while Unleashed, dispel all debuffs on all allies, and then buff immunity, healing immunity can't be copied, dispelled, or resisted. So it once you get Unleashed, but at that point you've dropped the Death Star. So
yeah, the Force Throw, obviously that's
just the
dispel all
damages.
debuffs. So if you haven't got that Omicron, you can only dispel the debuffs on the one that you're targeting.
Right.
So that's basically the difference. So that's probably the least important one. Honestly, it's great to have because it just clears everything, but it's not super essential because normally the person that's taunting is the person you're targeting anyway. In most cases, so. It's certainly the least important the way that we use it currently. But the Unique 2, just with all the bonuses it gives, all that extra stuff, all the the speed ramp, the all the damage ramp, the protection, just the way that it feeds around to the whole team, it's disgusting with it, and you need it, especially if you're looking at taking out GLs, which is what a lot of people use it for.
So if you had to rank them, it's obviously Unique first.
Yes.
So would you put Force Repulse before the throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unique 2, Unique 1. So
Or specials. I'm sorry, I said uniques or specials.
Then Force Repulse, then Boundless Force Throw.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just don't really use them. I mean, it's really he gets ramped up. It's nice. The Force Repulse also gets him to unleash faster too. So does the other one. But at that point, the Boundless Force Throw is not really doing anything but just trying to get him ramped up. And then you're trying to get him into Force Unleashed, and then he drops the ship on your noggin, and then that's game over, man.
He just pumps up. He just pumps up the stacks.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because there's the countdown to the 100 that you need to drop the ship.
Yeah.
That gives a huge boost to that countdown. But the thing is that when you're using EP Mara lead, every time Mara goes, the basic EP goes. When EP goes, Starkiller goes.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you're ramping that up without it. You don't really need it. If you're using it in a non-EP Mara team, probably more important to help, get that, get the starship out of the sky quicker.
Yeah.
But if you're using it in an EP Mara team, it's certainly less important.
It's the best one, period. I mean, there's some other variants I've seen, but you cannot beat how just ridiculous that is. Especially if you, and the key to that is fast Mara. That 75 speed is unbelievable. How difficult that. Now, it doesn't mean that there aren't counters to Starkiller. Grievous can counter Starkiller.
Yeah.
But it's weird. It's like Grievous can do it, so can Jinnite Revan, right? Just because of the way their kits work. But like CLS and certain GLs, like JML will get its ass handed to it by a Starkiller team on defense. I've seen SWGOHs get its ass handed to it by a Starkiller team. It's really weird. Like CLS cannot handle Starkiller, which is crazy because that's such a good team. But it's like, yeah, you shoot first, but then that team's going and it's going to just eat you. It's going to eat your team alive. And I mentioned it before. Half the time I don't get to Starkiller's ultimate. If you're facing a GL, you will, because it's just the nature of what you're facing. But any other team, a lot of time that team's dead already just because of the damage that Starkiller, EP, and Mara Jade are doing. And Visas too. Visas is a really nasty piece that people forget about. She is nasty on that team. So yeah, it's just so good, dude. God, it's so good. God dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question that's kind of like Calvin's,
Sure.
like in a way. So my guild requires TW Omicron, so I'm all caught up with them. So I'm actually gonna apply like a GAC one.
Mhm.
So I'm debating either Zam or Wampa. Which one do you guys think?
Ooh.
I'd do
Good question.
well.
This is for the
It's
giant
also-
account
that's
or your
also-
normal account?
No, the giant one. That's why I was about to say this is also taken into consideration.
Firstly,
The bounty hunters are relict.
You're gonna do one then the other, right? Let's start with that. You're gonna do one then the other.
But
right?
there's gonna be a time difference between them. So which one should come first?
How much remodding are you willing to do?
Oh,
I still gotta fall within mod compliance.
She's in more. She's got a mod. She's got a remod. That's just the way they roll there, right?
Because if Wampa is the easy one. Wampa is the one you mod him one way and he's good forever. Bounty hunters are kind of a pain because for you to really get how much you need out of Zam, you have to have like stupid turn order down. Like that's the biggest thing for me. They're both great, but one is a lot easier of a solution than the other.
Yeah, Kate's account will have the mod depth though. That's the thing. Like I expected her account would have the mod depth in it. And with that in mind, Zam's actually really good because
the Zam one I'm thinking about take out Lord Vader with.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
the Fennec
right.
one. Yeah,
you can use you can certainly take out Lord Vader. You need Zam to make it work to get in front with the speed. It's as simple as that. So you certainly need to use it. In that case, if it's something that you don't want to dial in and it's less important as far as taking out Lord Vader's, then do Wampa because one Omicron, one character, done deal. You don't have to mess with anything else. It's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to use a Fennec lead bounty hunter team, you need Zam in it. If you want to take out Lord Vader, it's as simple as that. So if you have it dialed in, and Kate, I believe your account would make no mistake. I would probably do Zam first so that you have a Lord Vader counter. That's
what I was thinking. I just wanted
and then roll straight back onto Wampa. I mean, you've seen that, takes out Darth Revan's and all that sort of stuff. So it makes sense. Yeah, I'd do that if I was you. That's my call though.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. So I was just like, get
but definitely do one then the other. I mean, you're gonna do one then the other. I would be so. Yeah, whichever way you do it, I don't think it's really the end of the world. But I'd to not have a Lord Vader counter. I mean, seriously, that just to me makes sense to have that dialed in if you can, for sure.
It's nice. Kane City 7 question: do a lot of voice accents? Do Migs me feel for me? I haven't really tried to do Bill Burr. I just went and watched him live. I'll have to work on that one. I don't have him down yet. I mean, I could. I just got to look at his mannerisms and stuff. But no, I don't have a Migs me feel for you at this moment. But I'll work on it. Kane 77. Keep me honest on that one. Ray Rock question. At what speed do I need my Mara Jade and Starkiller base to be able to counter Potato Head Ray?
Yes. Okay.
Starkiller
Okay.
again, don't worry about his speed. It's about his damage. But Mara Jade's different. Go ahead, Heinze.
Yeah, damage and health. I mean, Mara, I've got my Mara, I think, is sitting around 360 or so at the moment. I mean, anything around 360, 370, that's where you want it because you really need her to go first. It's as simple as that. So you need her out in front. You need her to shut down the stun. Normally, if you're taking out Ray, I'm assuming it's going to have Handbag Finn in that lineup. So you want to use the second ability and basically stun Finn to shut that team down straight away.
Yeah.
And then work around. And then the whole idea is while you're doing that, you're charging up Starkiller to the point that, once they're all really vulnerable, you then go after Ray. There's some great videos on this out there. Make no mistake. With probably a lot more detail than I'm doing right now.
No,
but yeah, you just want to get Ray down to the point where you can pull the ship out of the sky and she's the only one standing or she's gone, one or the other.
Yeah, because last night you didn't even land the stun on Finn, but the other team got debuffed and it was still fine. So if you don't land the stun, it's not the end of the world.
You got to follow the shock. You got to follow the shock. That's the thing. So EP. So you do Mara's second ability, which obviously shuts down Finn. You then throw the bombs. Catch. And then that throws the shocks around, and then from there you chase the shock around. Yeah. So when you do that, then Palpatine goes, and that just charges up Starkiller, and then before you know it, you're ready to pull it out of the sky when she's not in ultimate and she's pretty weak.
Now for the specific speed, we say 360 because you got to think a lot of Finns at that level They're around 330 to 340 if you add the additional speed from Ray. So minimum you got to have if you add 75 to your Mara Jade.
Is it 70 or 75?
70,
Now you see that
70,
evil will always
oh.
try
So I thought it was 35 twice.
because good is
70.
dumb.
I said 75. You're right. That's 70. So 70
Sorry.
speed. Sorry about that. You have to outspeed if you're going against a GL. The GL is always going to go first. But after that, you want Mara Jade being the next person to go.
Correct.
So so you've got to have her minimum.
Yeah, you got to get her out in front of Finn. I mean, that's the key. Because if
It doesn't seem that hard though. Like if he's 330, 30 from Ray, so like 290 Mara would outspeed.
That's what I'm saying. I was trying to backtrack.
Right.
And
Like you don't like obviously you want her fast for other reasons, but like that one seems pretty simple.
Yeah, but you need Mara to be fast to continue keeping that shock and throwing around those bombs. You don't want her to just go once. That's just the start of the battle. You really need Mara to continue to go. And the faster she is, the more often she's going to go, the more she's going to throw stuns around. You know, I had to stun Finn once, and then I think at one point we stunned, might have been Poe at another point. Like you need at least two rounds of the second ability throughout the run to take Ray out. It's not just a one-off. That's just the start.
Yeah. So but the fast, I mean, if you get around 350, you should be fine no matter what. You know, 340 to 360 on Mara Jade, for most raid teams, you're going to be fine. And other GLs too. I mean, SLKR, same concept. I mean, Kyle's going to poke, but you're okay, and then you're off to the races. Having a pre-taunting tank in there helps as well. So if you've got Kenobi in there, okay, you poked Kenobi. I'm off to the races. You're in big trouble. You know, so it's a really nice team. Let me get to the Nightbot's fighting me now. Don't fight me, Nightbot. The Jedi turned against me, Nightbot. Don't you turn against me either. All right. No, I think we're. Oh, I get one. Bobby Samuel question. What is the speed needed for Jinnite Revan comp that's used against to counter SLKR?
Typically, you want him he needs to be pretty fast. His base isn't that high, but I think 320, 330.
Yeah, run 3
is about right where you want him because you need to make sure that he. Yeah, I have mine at 327.
Yeah,
because you need to make sure even if the poke doesn't trigger Savior, which with a lot of these health or speed model ones, it won't. You need to be able to go before their Hux does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing too, you have to be on that team is Hermit Yoda needs to be fast. But the one that people overlook is two characters. Old Ben needs to be
that one sucks.
High protection, but you want to run a speed set with him with high protection, but speed. You want him around on average 250 speed. Yes. The other one that they forget about is El Bastila, and she needs to be before you 60 her around 255, 260. Once you 60 her, get around, if you get lucky, 280, 285, because the order you want is you want Revan.
Turn order's a pain.
Yeah, Revan to Luke, who stuns, and then you want Hermit Yoda going right after that move to get the Master's Training on, and then you want Bastila as fast as you can so she can keep trying to land those ability blocks. So a speed set with potency, because you do want to land. Now she does get potency, I think, from the Jinnite Revan lead and stuff, so you don't need
the team gets a lot of potency from uniques. Like you can mod for that, it's helpful, but yeah, you need if Battle still doesn't go first and get battle meditation out, the battle's probably crapped.
Yeah. So
you're in trouble with Meow Meow right now, Ranger.
Am I? What did I do?
Yeah, she's flicked your donation.
Oh no,
brother.
this is just typical from her meowness, the royal meowness. Thank you, lovely Meow Meow, for the $5 super chat. She says GL's and Grin Inky win. Soon TM. Hashtag GL's right meow. Free Meow Meow. Hashtag Eternal Twins Forever. Hashtag Hi Dingo Durgan. Hashtag Durgan's Paul. Hashtag Heinz do they warm win.
Oh, it's in my intro. You can watch that any time, and it's still terrible. It's so bad. I was full unco, and actually I was pretty drunk when I did that too. So yeah, it's there anytime in the intro on the stream. Just check it out early. It's there.
Yummy says, "Where did my super chat go?" Boo! It didn't go anywhere. It's still right there. I'm going in order of questions that come in, so I'll get to you when I'm ready. And then Durgan says, "Crazy Cat has arrived." Don't say that. Don't say that to her royal meowness. She'll cut you up. I can't give Yummy out answers. See, I know everything, and I still can't. I gotta pretend like I don't know anything because even if I can't say anything, so you'll just have to wait. It's the best answer I can give. Sucks, but it's the truth. Jeanette Baker with a $2 super chat says, "Hello everyone, have a great day. Same to you, lovely Jeanette Baker."
Now you see that evil will always triumph because good is dumb.
Yeah, that is weird. I didn't get the see, Jeanette's just popped in, but Meow Meow's didn't. Huh? We didn't get the Lord Helmet appearing on the screen. I don't know, Meow Meow.
I just saw it in the chat. So.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get tagged. Because usually that Lord Helmet thing happens, and I'm like, aha.
Or maybe Ranger just didn't see it because just can't take him. Probably more the case.
You're ignoring it.
Yeah.
I'm being a dingo. Darsign 1972 question for the panel. What do you think the next Conquest character will be? If it's a character and not a ship, do you anticipate it to be more difficult? I will excuse myself from this question.
I actually have no idea.
I've landed on the perfect character, guys. I have this down.
Go, Cal.
Go.
Ooh.
I've said it before, so it's probably gonna be surprising. But Saw Gerrera, he meets every criteria. And as far as being more difficult, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be the same difficulty or the same tedious as the last one, but with what they've already said, using the Inquisitors, which is gonna suck a little.
Oh, we're gonna have to use them for this upcoming conquest.
Yeah. Inquisitors are going to be a large part of not just Conquest.
Probably, yeah. It's either this one or the next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
They already mentioned it in the post that coming up, in the coming weeks, Galactic
I would have
Challenge.
thought they would have gave us a little bit of time, but I guess not.
Yeah, right. Come on, as if.
Yeah, because it depends on when GI drops, because we're obviously not getting Fifth Brother today, so he's going to be next week.
We can't even farm half of them.
No, that's
half,
they've done that before, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we're gonna have him for Conquest.
They mentioned in the post that they're rerunning all the marquees, right, for like 2 weeks, something like that. So
yeah, but Conquest should start in like a week.
A week, yeah. A week and 2 days or something like that.
It's gonna be a big week next week. I think most people are expecting that. And I think Rangers said the same thing at the start of the stream today. I think that we're going to be getting a lot of info next week that we've been waiting for, because it's been 2 weeks at least of slow news weeks. So I think we're building up to a big week of some releases by the looks of things, because we're running out of time for events to kick in, right? So I think it's just the way it's going to be. But yeah, I've got no idea what's coming in Conquest. I just don't want it to change as far as the difficulty and the grind.
It's right where it needs to be.
I think
it
the balance,
really is.
I mean, it's still a grind.
Wait, what is your definition of right where, like now, or like what they're going to do in the next Conquest?
I preferred and I preferred this last three.
Agreed.
Yeah,
they nailed it.
These last three Conquests in comparison to the ones previously that were really gross.
Yeah, the two previous ones were just
terrible.
The 40 battles with bounty hunters. That was stupid.
God.
I never want to see that type of grind again, that we had previously. I think that the balance, whilst still pretty nasty, make no mistake, I'm not saying it's easy. In the hard note especially, there's still a lot of work you got to do. I just feel the balance is there. It just feels more achievable, I think, for...
Feels less tedious.
Players. Yeah. It just seems like that you're just, not hitting the auto button so often.
No, it was nice. I was very pleasantly surprised and happy to see the changes that happened.
So please don't change it.
It's still grindy, but I didn't mind it because you were knocking out a lot of those feats as what I wanted as I'm doing the Conquest. So a lot of those banners and stuff.
I mean, if they make it less grindy, I'm not going to complain.
No, that's right. If anything less, make no mistake. I didn't mean keep it exactly as it is, but I just don't want to see it more grindy than it is.
I don't want
that was the big issue with that is a quality of life thing, like beyond the game. Like it was taking away time from family and like all that. Like I'd be like, like on my tablet, sitting in bed, my husband asleep, and I'm doing conquest, and it's just like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, the two previous ones were just, oh boy, were they overclocked. Oh my god, I felt like I was just exhausted after those. It was just like, Jesus
Everyone was.
Christ.
It was just like relief that it was done.
can we also get it on like a cadence where it's like during
On the
Dark
off
Side
week of
TV?
GDC.
Yeah.
Well,
Why
the
can't-
issue with Dark Side TB is for mid game players. That's the crunch. Like
Right.
Light Side doesn't mean
Oh,
anything
that's true.
because they just go in and die. Like
But
Dark
also,
Side is where they
like-
actually have to try. But the GAC week is a big thing that affects all players.
You also got to realize the people who are like really doing this, their focus is more on light side TV.
That's
I,
true.
I know players that are smaller that are also really into Conquest.
Yeah, there's some spenders out there, Kate. But let me tell you. Oh yeah. All right. What else? Any says question: when is Ranger not in trouble with me? Wow. Most of the time, yes. I've done something to accept her royal meowness. Wasn't trying to. Try to avoid it as much as possible, but I usually fall on my face in front of her royal meowness. Darstein 1972 question: what happens first? We get the second phase of the gear changes, or we get the Sith raid sim? Ooh.
Can we call Old El Paso on that and have both?
Yeah.
That would
Can
be
we just get both? Yeah. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. How about both?
How about both? How about now? How about now?
Yeah. That would be nice.
We want both. Give it to us now. Do it. Come on.
I mean, the gear change certainly is more of a priority. I mean, the Sith raid, it's like the Sith raid. It's not the end of the world. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've done it, honestly.
I do it a lot because I need the gear, and
that's
I do it
fine.
every time because I need it.
Yeah, I
But
need it
I,
so
I
bad.
hate it. I want it sim.
I
want
do
it sim.
too. I would love for it to be sim.
I'm not saying it's not needed. I'm just saying that I'm
I'm saying I hate doing it, Heinz. Is what I'm saying. I just do it because I have to.
But if you had a choice between one or the other,
Oh, it's
like,
sim. I want the sim. I want the Sith raid sim. Are you kidding me? Gear changes will come, but Jesus Christ.
but
Yeah, I want the Sith raid dead. I've wanted it dead for a year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been broken.
Even if
since-
the rewards are crap, I don't care. Like everyone gets them. That isn't a negative for me.
Well, even when
Yeah.
I get to the top 3, I still get crap rewards. So I get some pieces. I'm like, for real?
I get some pretty good stuff from the top 10.
No, I get
like
some
not
top-
every time, but
No, not every time, but there's that, you do it, you spend all that time, getting through it with your team, and then you're like, number 3, and then you look at your rewards.
Purple
God
Furnace.
Damn it. Yeah. I was like, and then sometimes you're like, yay, and then the other times you're like, well, I just lost 30 minutes of my life for this crap that doesn't help me on any characters. Like, God, dog it.
I get it, but if they fix the gear crunch, though, a lot of the gear that you get in the Sith raid, if the gear crunch is fixed, that would be in there anyway. So it would be maybe even less important. That's
Yeah,
probably
I
why
don't think there's a wrong answer on this.
I'm not saying that it's not important. Make no mistake, because I know it's bloody annoying and it's been broken since the start. So I think it's time to, hit the join button and done. Everyone gets their goodies and we move on from it. Make no mistake, especially now that they don't give us stuff about raids anymore. I mean, they've said that. So, the sooner the sim buttons hit, by all means. But I think that the majority of the player base, I think the gear crunch would be a heck of a lot more important for all players because not everyone's even doing the Sith raid.
Yeah.
But the gear changes.
oh yeah, a lot of people don't.
Yeah. A lot of the gear change.
I agree. Gear, especially the Gear 12. We've talked about this ad nauseum. So,
it's gross. It should have been fixed a long time ago. The progression from Gear 12 to Gear 13, it's just got to be so much more loosened than it currently is.
well, we just need more of it because the problem that's really tied into that is the relic that you have to salvage to do that. Like I always give the example. I did Relic 9 Piet and I did Relic 9 JML. The amount of gear I had to salvage would have done 8 characters easily. When you're talking 260 of any combination of furnaces, disc, and that other piece, good God in heaven, dude, that is just absolutely just ridiculous. I hate that they brought Relic 9 out when they did because, I'm looking at my account, I'm like, for just getting Relic 8 is still a grind right now. It's really bad. And then you had Relic 9 on top of that. It's like, good Lord in heaven. So...
Preach, brother, preach.
Oh my God.
Well, it's not the arrow magnifiers that are bad. It's the other things. Well, I can't remember what they're called.
Oh yeah, the 100% agree, Kate. Yeah, I have like 300 arrow mags, but I just don't have anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But that was the same as before they came out. The Zin Biddles, everyone had those.
I know.
And didn't have things underneath them. It's the same. It was the same problem. Make no mistake. But yeah, I mean, I'm finding certainly a crunch. At the top there, where I'm trying to get the impulse detectors at the moment. I need those badly. And they're rough and they're really bloody expensive to salvage. They really are. So, we certainly all have our own pinch points everywhere at every single level of this game. Every player has some sort of
if you don't, the game's dead. Like you have to have pinch points.
Yeah,
Correct.
But it doesn't have to be that pinchy. Damn, I don't want a scar after I get pinched. Jesus, I mean, just give me a little pinch, a little love nibble.
A lot little color change,
like a little ooh, not a ah.
Yeah.
All right. Jeanette Baker says, question: how much does it cost to watch Heinz do a shoey of Foster's live today? Oh boy.
I don't think I've got any. Firstly, because in case
there's two factors in this question. It's a loaded question there, Heinz. One, they're asking you to drink a Foster's, and two, they're asking you to do a shoey. What would
it'd have to be? Okay.
How much would it cost?
Do you even have beer left over after
know,
last
I have
night?
beer. What a stupid question.
Just like-
Come on.
This
well,
like,
you said at one point you had to switch to like something else.
Yeah, I had to switch to bourbon, but I found some more in the other fridge. So we're good again. We're back in business.
The other beer fridge.
Yes.
I've got a beer fridge right here. Like it's right here. Like this is like I got a beer fridge. It's yeah. So I've got the beer fridge. It's a little bit lighter than it was yesterday.
A wee bit, yeah. We all drank a lot last night. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty wild, but I don't know. Look, I mean, I don't have any Fosters with me at the moment anyway. But what do you think is reasonable? What do you need?
It's not what we think. It's what you think, brother. You're the one that got to do it. So I'm not even going to.
I'll tell you what. I don't have any Fosters with me right now. This is what I will do. If we get a $50 donation, right? I'll do a Fosters next Jedi Academy on next week.
All right. So you heard it. $50.
Right.
Make it hot. Make all kinds of holla.
For RSG right here, right now. If we get that before the end of this stream, I'll go and get a Fosters during the week. I'll smash it next week.
There you go. So there you go.
Cool. And I will not enjoy it. I will not enjoy it.
No, he's going to be
absolutely. It's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Especially when it's in the shoey form.
Yes. You're cool, people. You're cool. You want it. Just saying.
That's why I said you make the price point. You're the one who's got to do it.
Good thoughts, man. It's for you guys, huh? I don't mind. Done worse.
Oh yeah, we've all done worse. Come on, man. Heinz, how long we've been doing this gig, dude? Come on.
Yeah, we've all done dumb stuff.
The only two decent people on this channel right now are Kate and Calvin.
Answer that is yes.
Well, there's that just took
Mostly Kate.
Looks like I'm on next week.
Yeah, well, there you go. Meow Meow just stepped up, said, "Hold my beer." Oh boy.
I'll go shopping, Meow Meow, during the week.
There we go. Next Saturday, you can
gonna
watch
think
the Heinzie on the Jedi Academy do a Foster shoey.
I'm a man of my word. I'll go and get one during the week.
We will, and if anything happens, we'll just, real life happens, we can't be on. We'll make sure it does happen whenever he gets.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Make no mistake. If
emergency happens, dude, you got kids. You never know.
For some reason it doesn't, I'll do it on the gridsy, and then I'll send a clip to you guys to the server.
One way or the other. One way or the other. We'll get
all going well. I should be here next week.
Yes.
It's a reasonable time for me to come and do this at the moment. So all going well, unless there's anything crazy.
That's even meaner. Bobby says room temperature Foster. Oh, that's just
cruel.
You can't do that. No, I'm sorry. No, even I draw the line. That's just cruel and unusual punishment.
That's 50 Shades of bullshit right there.
Yeah, that's how they get. That's just how they extract information from certain people in the world.
Yeah, how's about a little bit of no?
No. We'll say it in Spanish so you understand. No. All right. Hermionis question: if we get a GL could it be episode 4H Leia instead of Endor? Rebel GL with maybe Cal and Saw. I'm sure she did Rebel stuff with them before episode 4. Well, no, actually that was in the Rebels episode. They actually showed a younger Leia. She was actually in was it 2 episodes? Or no, it was 1.
Yeah,
was it 2?
No, I think it was 2. Yeah, it was like a mini arc where she. It was really cool. Like they showed
I liked it.
She worked very because it's very complicated, but she worked essentially behind the scenes when the rebellion wasn't really existent. But she would help the really little sectors of rebels by dealing essentially like contraband, but over like the guise of aid. Like it was really cool.
Yeah.
So she has interactions with I don't think she has a direct interaction with Saw, at least in Rebels. She might elsewhere. But yeah, she has direct
Not that I'm
interaction
aware
with
of.
the Phoenix Squadron.
Oh yeah, she met him and knew him and everything like that. So
She has the same birthday as Ezra, which is also kind of funny.
that's a small little nugget there, man. Because I remember, yeah, I mean, and you even saw in Rogue One, they just as a little Easter egg, was the ghost was in the battle, so you knew Hera was, at least Hera was there, and they even said her name in Rogue One, General
Syndulla,
yeah.
Agent General Syndulla.
Yeah, so little nuggets like that I enjoy. I love when they do stuff like that. I just think it's so funny. It's like,
It's just those little fan touches, isn't it? You know, it's just that's what it's all about. It really is.
I honestly think if we get a GL Leia, it's gonna be General Leia Organa.
Yeah, I agree too.
Later Leia, because also at that point, like I know they mentioned it, but she had completed her Jedi training.
Yeah.
So at that point, I think she is.
But that would mean we'd get another Resistance GL, right?
I wouldn't, or another Jedi GL.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't want either.
I'd like to see a Rebel GL, and have. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see her be Rebel. But it could be, you can get, as I said in a post, they can put whatever tag they want on these characters, because for the sake of the game, not so much what makes lore accurate.
Logical sense.
I mean, we've seen them already do it.
Yeah.
Like where there's characters that it's like, why do they not have that tag? Why do they have this tag instead? Because it works with the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I mean, even the synergy is something that just makes no sense. Like Maul and Lord Vader, like that, they have nothing in common other than wanting the Galactic Republic to fall, which actually that is not even true.
No, Maul wanted to kill Vader. Or Anakin.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he wanted to take away Palpatine's prize
apprentice
or whatever.
Yeah. Deny him what he wanted.
0 cents, but I'll take it.
Hey. Suck me out question. Will GL ticket farm be light side or dark side nodes? Yes. Just answer that one right away. Took care of that question.
I've got a heap of energy, so as long as it's light or dark side, I don't really care. I've got a heap of energy sitting there ready to rock.
You think you do? Meow Meow sent me a picture of her energy right now. It's just like over 30,000 energy sitting there.
Just waiting for the next GL.
Yep. She's not. Meow Meow does not fart around when it comes to GLs. Let me tell you, folks.
Yeah.
She's ready to go.
Mine's at 26,000, so I'm climbing. I've got 26,000 yellow energy sitting there. So,
yeah, she's over 30K. She sent me a screenshot, and I was like, "God, dog."
Good job.
I wish I could be at that point, but I'm just constantly having to farm characters and stuff, so it's just gear.
Oh, I'm never ever going to be able to do that in a million years.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, it's a little. Why do we not have the MK7 purple balls anywhere other than just energy to farm? I mean, there's 5 in arena you can get at a time, but if you want to do Utini, and I'm trying to do Utini for the fans. The amount of purple balls you need, you can only get them in one place. It's Arena Store, and they're very rarely in there. You either get them from raids, or you have to farm the energy nodes for it. But let me tell you, folks, the energy drop rate on those is horrible. I mean, the one thing that's like, I got plenty of stun guns, everything like that. I got all that stuff, and then I look, oh, well, let me just go farm. Wait, where you can't buy these? You can't, wait, what? No.
So Jawas have purple balls.
They a lot of them. Yeah, a lot of purple, and they're furry. Yeah,
and they're furry. Very furry. They're very furry.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
the balls or the Jawas in general?
Both. Yes.
Love it. Love it.
It's like I did Meow Meow. Yes.
I shouldn't be like that sometimes. I just shouldn't. I'm terrible.
That's all fun. Darsign question: do you think we have some new game modes coming this year, or will this be the year of the Marquee? They said that there was going to be something coming down the pipe, so but usually we don't get that stuff till like the start of summer into fall. We start getting those kind of stuff in the game.
August.
Yeah, I mean, this has actually been the most active for stuff we've received, whether characters or with the announcement of that one event for what is it, Proving Grounds, that I've ever seen. Because if you look at previous years, we'd maybe get a character or two as they start ramping up. Man, they've been coming out of the woodwork this year. I mean, we've had ships and characters. We got the Inquisitors. We got all the ships. I mean, they're in Proving Grounds, and Jesus Christ, it's been a lot they've done so far, and it's only April. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know the exact figure, but we've had a lot more marquees, I think, already than we had the whole of last year, or very close to
easily.
it. I think so. Yeah, I think that there's certainly going to be more marquees down the track this year for sure. So
I mean,
yeah, we're going to have a lot more marquees than last year, but it was pretty bare last year when it came to marquees.
I mean, nothing will touch 2018 ever.
Oh, no.
That was a good year.
Yes.
For your sanity, not really.
I was a new player at the time, and it was just really exciting coming into the game. And I'm like, obviously, I couldn't farm any character, but it was just really cool. So I'm like, wow, they're putting so much shit in here. Like, it was great, man.
Jay, nobody cares says sad Ranger skipped my question. I don't see it in here, buddy. But that happens if you put it back in there, reformat it. Make sure you put the word question there. But I'm not seeing it. Nobody cares. And it has, so I made the statement. If you had a question,
Oh,
it's
it
not
says questions. I found it.
Oh yeah, it does that.
Yeah, just put question, not questions.
Do you want the question? Because
did you find it? It's not popping into my thing here. Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
question? Okay, thank you.
Can we talk about the Injustice? Rose has a ship character and is part of a GL, but the character that has been in the same amount of movies, more TV shows, and earned Mace's respect doesn't.
Is this Hondo, I'm guessing?
Is this a Honda question?
Yeah, who's earned Mace's respect? That seems very specific.
We're all.
Is it Hondo?
I don't think so. I think Mace would hate
and-
Hondo if they met.
I was about to say, I don't think they ever met.
Yeah, not to my recollection.
It's not Jar Jar Boss Livewire. Get the hell out of here! Oh my god!
It might actually be Jar Jar.
Is it Jar Jar? Oh no! Oh, I don't know. Oh god!
They had an arc together.
Oh, that's true. Oh my god! Oh
Yeah.
god! Oh.
Well,
Why would you do
Meathead
this?
Meathead was trolling me the other day when he did a
I would love Jar Jar in game.
Jar Jar
That'd be
impression.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Just give him a Galactic Republic tag. Everything he does inflicts confusion. Sometimes on your own team.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine.
That'd be fun.
Oh no!
Uh,
It's not that I didn't think you were right, Boss Livewire. I just you said Jar Jar and you lost.
I
me.
take Jar Jar, man. All the Phantom Menace characters I can get, I'll take them.
How about no, Scott?
no.
Oh god! God.
It'd be so much fun though.
Woody.
Give him like Galactic Republic protection up.
Like, really?
Oh, General Jar Jar using the boomba. Me don't have a boomba.
You got
Using
a
this
later
one.
ability called Bombad General.
Oh.
Ability, I give up.
Attack could either attack the other team or attack you.
Oh god. Oh god. Right on the foot. Oh.
It'd be so much fun.
Oh my god. I've lost the will to live now. Oh god. What else? 3 question. Isn't it Australia law that you have to have beer in your house at all times? I think that's true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have.
It's like mandated, right, to your constitution.
No, well, I have a fridge because you might find this hard to believe, but I have a bar at my house, right? And I actually have a full fridge which holds a keg of beer. So with a beer tap coming out the top, so just yeah, it's fun.
It's the law. What are you gonna do?
Well, because you can. The good thing is if I run out, I'm a 2-minute walk to the shop where there's another keg sitting there chilled at any given time. So I have a backup too.
All
so,
right. Yeah, hey,
yes.
to the backup, man, baby. You got to do it.
And yeah, it's probably not great for my guts, but it's fun.
No, it's not.
Good for your soul.
It's soup
me
for the
sane.
soul.
Keeps me sane, mate. Keeps me sane. So I don't knock off anywhere near as much beer as Kate does wine, especially after last night.
Yeah.
So,
2 bottles is a lot,
you know,
man.
oh man, she was
Sorry,
It was over,
not
like,
sorry, judging you
hours.
hardcore.
It
Yeah.
was over like hours.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I mean, like the stack. She couldn't even walk out of the door, the room of the door she's in. They were just stacked up with bottles everywhere. The door wouldn't open. So,
All right. Next question. Okay, from Jinnite Baker. How much would it cost to get Ranger to do a Foster Chewie at the same time as Heinzie?
Double or nothing.
I don't see that happening. I think we were lucky to get him to do a shoey at all.
I did it as a special
You
occasion
did.
last night.
Occasion. I only do them for a special occasion too, honestly.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
God, what would it cost? It ain't going to be a super chat, I'll tell you that much. Oh, God, what is my pain point here on this one?
It'd have to be a fair one, and it'd have to be serious.
It had to be super a lot of money because I did one last night for Heinzie and I just was like, good Lord, that's nasty.
Well, like 15, 30 minutes later, you're still saying like, ugh.
Yeah, now it's going, ugh.
Taste of the shoe in my sock.
It's like foot and bourbon. Not a great combination, you know. Oh, God. I'll think of that one, Jeanette. Yeah, I gotta mull that one over because just after last night, I'm like, I'm never doing that again. I did it. I got my wings, and I'm just like, but I did it because I was like, okay, you know, Heinzie asked me to do stuff all the time, slap my ass and shoey. I'm like, all right, I'll do this shoey.
We all do dumb stuff.
You know,
we all do dumb stuff. It's got to be the right time and the right moment. But,
question: how much for Kate to do a shoey with wine?
Oh, wow!
I would actually like stain my shoes.
Oh, I know.
Wow. No, you just get white wine.
Just the inside.
Yeah, white,
Nobody's gonna see that.
Kate's like, no.
It was worth a shot.
Don't be ashamed of what you have done for a Klondike bar, Ranger. No, I'm not ashamed. I'm just don't want to do it again.
For Kate to do a shoey with wine, that's kind of a downgrade to how much she normally knocks off, necking the bottle anyway. It's actually less than what she knocks off. So that's actually, worse.
That's easy mode.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like taking the pressure off, going back a notch.
Good.
Oh, I'm going to help. I shouldn't be allowed out.
I'm still like just debating in my mind. One, would I even do it? And two, how much would my psychiatry bill be? So I'm gonna factor in all these. Clayton, the Mad Chad Man says, question, Ranger, if you could have an unlimited amount of purple gear, including Kairos, would you pick purple balls and why? Unlimited purple gear? No, I'd still go Kyrtex. I mean, yeah, it's always going to be Kyrtex over purple balls. The only reason that it's on my radar is just because I'm doing Utini. It's just it's that one-off thing you don't ever think about or notice until you get there.
Always going to need Kairos.
Yeah, Kyrtex and the dropper and Kyrtex are even worse than purple balls. Yes. I mean, I do 20 pulls all the time, and it's so frustrating when you get none or one or two. It's like, good Lord. When you need 100 of each, especially for the relic. Yeah. I mean, I have to be legit on this and say, excluding Kyrtex? Oh, I missed that part.
I'm not even sure what I'd do. Because stun guns have been dead for me for a while now.
I'd say probably golden eyeballs.
Well, it's purple gear. He says, Ranger, if you could have unlimited amount of purple gear that's not including Kairos, would you pick purple balls and why?
It'd probably just be carbs.
Yeah, I was going to say carbs.
Well, yeah, what's the one that
Let
we
me pull
use
up
the most?
my hot utils. That'll tell me which one I'm the most behind.
Yeah,
that's the one I'll do.
Yeah.
Well, it's like still Carbontes are needed for like everything.
Well, there's stun guns, stun cuffs, but Carbontes.
But you need Carbontes more because there's like single Carbontes, but then Carbontes mixed with stun guns.
And so vice versa. There's just stun guns by themselves too. Yeah, those are pretty.
On my
stun
roster,
guns by themselves are the other ones that like you have an abundance of. It's never just the stun guns we're thinking.
Yeah, double. Like I need 40 to have every single Carbonte applied in game. I need 48,000 more. Where stun guns is only 26,000.
Jesus Christ, 48,000.
So yeah, if I had to pick one, it'd be Carbontes.
Okay, I'm with you on the Carbonte train. You have convinced me. Good Lord.
I only have an 8 million account, so there's a lot of characters I don't have.
Even at the higher level, it still need Carbonte.
It's so gross.
Yeah,
only 8 million. That's disgusting.
You're always going to need carbs. You're always going to need Kairos. You're always going to need golden eyeballs, any of that sort of stuff. You're always going to need them.
Yeah, the purple. Yeah, the purple balls is just a one-off because I'm doing the team. So it's like okay, it's just one of those things where I'm not really going to use it anywhere else. It's just that all the Jawas required so many of them that just took me by surprise. I was just more surprised I couldn't use any of the other than Arena store. Like you had to farm them. Then I was looking at the drop rate, like, but I mean, compared to these other purple pieces like Corbantes.
I've been needing a lot of stun cuffs lately. I don't know if anyone else is having trouble with stun cuffs or not, but I've just seemed to have needed a heck of a lot of those for some reason lately. Yeah. So
number 2, if that makes you feel any better.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I think stun cuffs are definitely up there as well as something that we're going to continue to need.
Yeah,
for sure.
Makes sense.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if there's any other questions. No, I think we're caught up, so I think we can let everybody pimp their stuff and enjoy the rest of our weekend. Now, just as a little show note here, I know people like D&D, but we have a lot of people with a lot of real life stuff going on right now, especially Finn, who's moving and other things. How much, Ranger? Quit being dodgy.
Yeah, come on, give us a figure. I'm thinking like $200.
Okay, $200. Not a super chat.
Cheeky bugger. I love it.
Yeah. I don't want YouTube getting 40% of that. Screw that.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Absolutely. So there you go. There's your number. There's your figure. Ranger can be bought $200.
Yep.
I'll do.
God, that's just so nasty. Foster and a Shoey.
He'll do Foster Shoey next week with me.
Evil, man. That's some God, just darkness spreading.
At the moment, I'm only just drinking Fosters. I'm only just drinking Fosters, right? I'm not doing Shoey, but if Ranger does get the 200, then I will do a shoey as well. That's a special occasion. I'll do that. So I want to help out our boy here as well. And it's they do a lot for me, and it's one way of paying it back. So it's up to you.
Clayton, you son of a bitch! You're banned. No.
I love it.
Oh Christ,
love it, brother. That's fantastic.
So gross.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Almost there.
Almost there.
Just a little further. Well, I don't know if I can fit the whole beer in the shoe, but I mean, I'll drink the beer, but I mean, I'll put it in the shoe. Oh, I've got an old gym shoe I'll use. Don't you worry about that. Oh boy.
I'll keep the other one till next week.
Let the nastiness begin. Oh Christ in heaven.
Yes.
God. It's one thing. At least with the bourbon, I had something that was good. Tasty.
Just wash it down later. You'll be right.
Yeah, with soap and bleach.
Love it.
It's nasty. All right. Okay, we're at that part of the show where we are going to let everybody pimp their stuff. Please do me a favor. These awesome panelists and guests come on the show to answer your questions and entertain you. And get you the answers you need. So the least you can do to show them a little bit of love is go to their channels once they pimp it, and just follow them, watch their content. You should, because they're very good at the game. They know what they're doing. Well, okay, Heinzie not so much, but Calvin and Kate are really.
Yes.
Oh my God, Clayton! No, you didn't. You better not have, dude.
You did,
Oh,
that's awesome. Check the jar, baby. That's awesome. All right, Foster's Shoey next week.
I hate you so much right now, Clayton.
I'm down if you're down next week. This time, same bat time, channel. I'm down.
God damn it.
That's awesome.
That's why I didn't want to get a number, because of the mad Chad Clayton right there. I knew that son of. Oh my sweet God.
You're welcome. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Happy times.
Looking forward to seeing you next week, Ranger.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Just some great time.
Hey, I'm not gonna enjoy it either, man. It tastes
I know,
like
we're both gonna be vomitous.
I'm not happy about it either. Make no mistake.
Yeah. The psycho things we do. All right, but do me a favor, and also just check out these great content creators and their channels. So with that, Heinzie, where can folks check you out at?
Oh, not hard to find. Heinzie, Galactic Legend
Actually,
Heinzie.
you are hard to find. You got
really?
Galactic Legend Heinzie. You have to type all that.
Galactic Legend Heinzie on Twitch, and then just Heinzie on YouTube. Yeah, I couldn't get Heinzie on Twitch, otherwise I would have done it. So Yeah,
Stolen.
Galactic Legend. It's always fun. Yeah, Rogue Actions on Mondays. We do with one of my guildmates, TJ, on Monday morning US.
Yep.
I think it's around 9:30 Eastern these days during this time of year. So we'll be doing that on Monday, and also Night Brothers on Thursday. So we get some of my boys Lego and Hershey that are pretty crazy as well on Thursdays, and Gridsy on 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday night. So
and then you can come join us on Saturday morning as we both do Foster Shoeies.
Yes, Foster's next week, right here, people.
Yeah, and then Clayton's like, well, what can I say besides you're welcome? Thank you, my friend. That's very nice. Thanks. I'm gonna get you, man.
And that's that.
All right, Kate, the lovely Kate Gaming, world famous. Where can folks check you out at?
Twitch, Kate Gaming with the _.
Yep. And are you doing your JC today, or are you just?
I'm gonna do it right after this because
go check out Kate! Yay!
I gotta go help out Papa Gaming. So we're going to do JC real quick.
Yay! And finally, Calvin. Awesome. Where can folks check out you, sir? And they should be checking you out.
You can find me at Calvin Awesome on YouTube. So I typically don't do this, but here we go anyways. I'm like 2 subscribers away from hitting 600, and it's kind of bugging me. So if 2 people could go and subscribe, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, on YouTube. And then I do my GAC matches live.
I can get you one, I think. Let me go look here real quick.
Come on, give me a second. I've got one. Yeah. I don't know if I am.
That was easy.
There's your 2.
Well, I know. I think I got following you with the RC one, but I was like, what about my personal one?
There you go, mate. Done. I don't know why I wasn't already. There you go.
All right.
Let me check.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No problem.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't want more. Yep, I haven't done on my personal one. Boom, 600.
All right, cool. 601. It looks like someone else got in there too.
Yeah, I'm gonna link it in there for
Bobby in chat, bro. Bobby in chat.
Oh, Bobby just got you. Okay, everyone's got it.
Oh, Bobby, thank you.
Yeah, just look at Calvin Awesome SWGOH in YouTube, dude, right there. There you go. I forgot I hadn't done
but yeah, then on Twitch, I do my GACs live. We're going live later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like it's going to be a good one. We're trying to bounce back from these last 2 weeks that have been rough.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. The same time you went 0-3, I went 0-3. I was like, oh no.
I feel like I set a standard because I saw there were like a bunch of people that did.
Oh, you're not. I mean, everybody's gotten their ass kicked in GAC at one point, dude. I mean, trust me, you're not. You are not alone with the 0-3s, man. I mean, Nev's got one, Mort got one, I got a 0-3.
Kilo got his first one too.
Yeah. Who else?
I think
Solos had a couple. I mean, and these are phenomenal players, you know. So, I mean, if you if you think if these incredible players are going 3, trust me, we feel your pain, folks. There's a link to Calvin's channel on YouTube. You can go give him the subscribe if you could, please. But no, it's heathen, like, you know how good he is. And when the new G kicked in, I mean, he had some rough patches there. But when Calvin and Tilo and Solo and myself and just everybody's getting, you reach that point, you climb to a certain point, and if you're not at the tip of the spear, they're going to swat your ass down. They're not playing, especially in Kyber 1. So, God, salute to all you guys. Ray Rock, be careful what you don't wish for, because I've got to get another 3, just a couple 1 and 2s, and it'll happen, dude. Trust me.
If you can maintain the 1 and 2,
yeah,
like forever, you won't go 0-3, but then you're also still 4 and 8 for season.
Yeah, it's rough.
Like, let's face it, even the people at the very top, like, we've all
there's like 1 or 2 players
or 0-3s that even then they still have. That the tops fluctuated. It's not the same people that have been up there.
Oh, it shifts around a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, they've been taking weeks off. Like I think Hawkeyes was like really, really far into the positive. But yeah, then he just like, I'm just gonna not do it this week.
Yep. A few of them are taking a week off here and there to drop down a bit. But even some of them have not signed up for 2 weeks and they've dropped from maybe 2 to like 30. Like it, they just haven't dropped at all. Yeah. So it's fun up top.
Jeanette, before we get out of here, says, question, can you curse me by name while you do the shoey, please? Nah, we will never do that. We don't do that. We're men of honor. We've made our bed. We're going to sleep in it. So it's a thing. Oh God, oh God. But yeah, check out Heinz on Rogue Actions. Him and Cubs do a great job on that. And then what's the other one you do Wednesday? It's the with the videos.
So on Thursdays we do with the Night Brothers.
The Night Brothers, that's right.
So with Lego and Hershey, they're a bunch of absolute mad lads. That's a real crazy stream as well. If you're sitting around looking to have a cup of coffee and breakfast on a Monday or a Thursday morning, just come and hang out because it'll give you a laugh. It'll get you up and going for the day for sure. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I see you guys on, but I'm usually prepping for the lunch stream and getting some other stuff done.
Of course. No.
But I always watch the videos because I know it's coming.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Of course. So it got the link in there for Calvin. Go hit him up on YouTube. Let me see where he's at right now for subscribers. And it's not updating. Why are you doing this, YouTube? It's just spinning. Okay, I can't tell you.
He's at 600.
Well, yeah, but how much more than 600 is he? That's the thing.
I think we're like 607. Like
Yay!
people got to work.
That's all that matters. Friendship.
Yeah, 607.
Yay!
Good job.
All right. So everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your loved ones. Enjoy your time. Have a great weekend. And as I always say, if you need me for anything, join our Discord. It's linked in the description of the video. And as I said, you can message me directly. I may not respond right away, but I always respond. So if you need any help, feel free to message me. I'm always available to help you guys with anything. Clayton says, I just subbed to Calvin here for the cause. Yeah, the cause of making Ranger next week. And just check it out next Saturday. Yours truly and the Heinzie will be drinking a Foster Shoey at the beginning of the Should we do it at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show? It's really early. It's really early in the morning for me, man. That's a...
Oh,
that's at the end.
Yeah, we'll draw it out. We'll make sure that everyone gets to see it, so... We'll draw it out at the end because I'm going to make sure that damn Foster's is near frozen when I pour it in the shoe.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And if Ranger's doing it, we got some love today, but some love next week for the OSG boys, would be good because it sucks. He's not going to enjoy this at all. It's going to be great.
I will not enjoy this.
No, definitely some more love for the boys next week for sure.
All right, everyone, have a great rest of your week. Love you guys. Be safe, and we will holler at you later. Peace out.